Okay, well here I am working out problem number 51 on page 268. So I'm going to review the process of subtracting rational expressions. So when I first look at these two rational expressions, I notice that the denominator here is different from the denominator of the second rational expression. So I need to make it such that I have a lowest common denominator. So I know to make a lowest common denominator, the first step is to factor the denominators. So I'm going to rewrite this so that the denominators are factored. So x squared minus 9 is a difference of two squares. So it would be x plus 3 times x minus 3. And then on the second rational expression, I look at the denominator and I notice I have a common factor of an x. So I factor out an x and I have x times the quantity x minus 3. Now I have to decide on the LCD. So I write each factor once. So I notice that I have an x plus 3, and I notice I have an x minus 3, and then I have an x. So the greatest exponent of all three of these factors is just 1. So my LCD then will be x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 3 times x. So now that I have the LCD, now I need to create equivalent fractions with this LCD. So I notice on the first fraction it's missing an x, so I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator by an x. So I end up with x squared minus 11x. And then I notice the second rational expression is missing an x plus 3. So I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by an x plus 3. Now be careful here, you're multiplying two binomials. So you're going to get an x squared, and then you get a 3x, and then you have a minus 7x, and then you have a minus 21. Okay? So now I'm going to rewrite this as one single fraction. So the LCD is x times the quantity x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 3. And in the first fraction I have x squared minus 11x. Now remember, it's minus this whole quantity. So it's going to be minus an x squared minus a 3x. So then it's going to be the opposite of a negative 7x, so it'll be plus 7x, and then plus 21. Okay, I've kind of run out of room here, so I'm going to combine all the like terms in the numerator. So x squared minus x squared, that will just give me a 0. Negative 11x minus 3x is negative 14x, plus 7 is a negative 7x plus 21, all over x times x plus 3 times a quantity x minus 3. Now before I put a box around this, I look to see if I can simplify. And to simplify, I first make sure everything is factored. Well, I notice that the numerator has a 7 in common. In fact, we could take out the negative 7. So if I take out a negative 7, I would have x minus 3 in the numerator. And then I can see that my binomials, x minus 3, will reduce to 1. So my final answer is negative 7 over x times the quantity x plus 3.